Hello. Hello. Welcome to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. My website's jasonnewland.com, and this is me. It really is. Oh, I'm doing a live broadcast, and you can see my hair. Blimey, my hair's such a mess. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I really shouldn't have my hair like this. It's got to be illegal. Hi, Judy. So I thought I'd just come on here and do this thingy. I'm going to share it so other people can watch as well. I'm also recording the podcast with this microphone here, and I will upload the podcast when it's edited. This video here, this microphone here next to me is for the Facebook, so you can hear. Share to a page. Okay, here we go. Sharing. Share. Once I've shared it, and I'll get on with it. Oh yeah, please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. Na 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 na. Jade. GC Jade, hi. How you doing? Are you okay? Are you well? Deeds and I are watching your Christmas Eve's episode. Really? Wow. Say hello to the little fella for me. It's isn't that weird? I don't know when I did the Christmas Eve one. I know it's Christmas Eve, but I think it was. I don't know what time it was, if I'm honest. I haven't done one since then. I'm trying to think, how do I look? I've got a big bright light over there, the TV. If I'll show you it, if I can turn this around without causing... No, I can't. The whole thing is going to fall over if I try and move stuff. No, don't try and move stuff. No, can't do that. It's balanced. It's a finely balanced old thing. Before I start, I just need to say thank you to a couple of people. I need to think. Hi, Jason. As usual, off to work. Was certainly listening tonight. Hi, Diana. I know I come on at the weirdest times, don't I? If I was a bit... I tell you what the problem is. Well, apart from me, is one of the problems is... what time, if I do a live broadcast, what time is a good time? Because most of my audience is in America, but I do have also audience in UK, and my hair looks like a wig. This is terrible. Look at my hair. It's awful. I need to have a haircut. Yeah, but to try and find a time when it's good for people. There's no good time that is good for people in England or people in South Africa or people in New Zealand, Australia, America, Canada, Denmark. I mean, in Europe, there's only going to be maybe an hour or two difference time-wise in kind of the neary kind of Europe parts, like Ireland and Germany and France and Spain and Italy and stuff. But the further we get away, the less chance of being able to cater for everyone. Diana says, I'm in New Zealand. What time is it there? I bet it's probably daytime, isn't it? It's 10 to 1 in the morning here. So I imagine you're probably about 12 hours difference. Is it 12 Is it 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or is it 9 o'clock in the morning? 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm guessing. I could just check it out. Jade says, you look fabulous, darling. Oh, darling. Oh, thank you. Oh, fabulous. Jade says, Deed says, don't look bald like him with a haircut. Oh, has he had you shaved all his hair off? 2:10 p.m. And that's on a Wednesday afternoon. Because you're ahead or you behind us? Diana, is it a Tuesday or is it a Wednesday? You shaved his head, Jade. Ooh, that's naughty. Shaving your little boy's hair off. Yes. Is it a Tuesday or Wednesday? Yes, is the answer. I'm taking it's a Wednesday. You're ahead. Ahead, yeah, cool. So wow, so you're 13. How could it be 10 past 2? The only reason I'm saying that is because normally you're ahead by the hours, and there's normally no minutes involved, according to what I've seen. So if you're 12 hours ahead, then you never have to change the minutes. But you say it's 10 past 2, and I'm 10 to 1. That's confusing me. I need to do some... No, it's not. It's 13:52 in New Zealand. Yeah, Diane, see? On hand at 1... See? Oh, it told me you're lying to me. The only reason is because I've looked to try and find a time that would suit everybody, and there isn't one. So that's how I remember that the minutes are always the same, if you know what I mean. Just check I've got the recording, yeah. So I've got my iPad recording this podcast. Is the sound okay for those listening on Facebook? Is the sound okay? Is it good enough? Is the sound good enough? Is it loud enough? Or do I need the microphone? Is that better? That's probably better for everyone who can't see my face now. Okay, I'm going to move the microphone back. Just being silly. I'm being a silly little boy. I don't want too many microphones in the picture, if I'm honest. It's just too many things sticking in my face. It just makes me feel a little bit. But I've got my iPad, and I've got an iPad stand that I got through today, which I bought. It's just a stand so that the iPad can be in the right position and held in place with just basically the same thing as what I'm using for the iPhone at the moment. And I'm thinking I'm going to start doing some live broadcast on YouTube. So the sound's good. Good. It better be. The amount it cost me. Look, this microphone, I don't know if you can see it. It's a Shure microphone. This one here's a Shure as well. But they're basically both pretty much the same kind of microphones. This one's specifically for what I'm doing here, I think. Diana says, you bored me so much I'm running late. We'll definitely tune in tonight. Okay, Diana. I'll wait till you're gone, then I'll talk about you. Behind your back. Jade, have a good day, Diana. Jade says, I have a room full of microphones. Do you? Yeah, is that where you make out all your batteries? That's where all the batteries go, yeah? That's what you use all the batteries for, the microphone. Is that what you tell everyone? They're microphones, yeah? Mummy, why is the microphone buzzing? Let me see if I've got any messages. I got couple of messages. I want to just quickly say hello to, and I need to remind, Paul sent me a PayPal gift. Thank you, Paul. Jade says, yes, don't tell all my secrets. I won't tell all your secrets, which reminds me, we need to catch up. And also, thank you to Mary for another PayPal gift. Thank you very much to both of you. I will reply. I've just been, I got a headache today. I've got a headache now. I wasn't, over Christmas I spent a lot of my time in bed. But then yesterday, which was, Monday, I had a bit of energy. And so I was doing a lot of, I'm basically uploading the recordings, 5-hour and 10-hour recording versions of my recordings. So I've been editing those and uploading them, which takes absolutely hours. And I'm using 5 different things to upload them. I've got a laptop, phones, iPads, whatever, just trying to upload this stuff. I'm also changing my website, jasonnewland.com. And what I've done is I've changed the website. So if you go to there, you got latest recordings, which you click on and takes you to the latest recordings. Then below that, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different podcasts that I've got that I regularly do stuff on, and they're broken into categories where you can go on there and you can stream it for free, or you can download it as well. So I've broken into categories. First of all, for example, relax and sleep daily without music. So you can click on that if you want, and that'll take you to, there's 149 recordings which you can stream or download. They're already uploaded. The second one, you got me on your TV. Okay. What, hear me now doing this or the other one? Hi, David. Or you can click on the other one, which is relax and sleep daily with music. Then there's another one which is just the duration of the thing. You'll be able to click on there, stream or download if you want to actually keep the recording for yourself. Relax and sleep daily, 15 hours music, and then relax and sleep daily, 10 hours music. And I've got the same categories for every single podcast. It's going to take me quite a long time to upload all that stuff. Oops, just bashed the microphone. It's not the only thing I bashed today. And I banged my knee earlier, that's what I mean. Woo! It's going to take, to be fair, it might take a month or so in order for all that to be updated. But I'm quite pleased with it, because it's something I've wanted to do for a while, but I put off because I know it's a lot of work. Right now, Jade has me on the television. Ooh. Is there any? Oh yeah. If there was. I'm just thinking of stuff. Don't worry. So yeah. So the website's quite good. I'm quite pleased with it, and it will be, as it always has been. There's always been huge amounts of stuff on there. A lot of stuff on my website. You don't realise actually until you go inside it. It's a bit like a TARDIS or my bum. No, there's a lot of space. It's a lot in there. Thousands of recordings, and there will be even more when you think about 149 recordings, and there'll be another 149 with music, 149 with 5 hours, and 149 with 10 hours. So that's 153, 600 recordings just for that one podcast before I add more. Deeds wants you to move to America so we can bug you every day. Well, I would like to visit. I'd like to visit America. I would. And yeah, I like it so we can bug you. It wouldn't be bugging me. It'd be fun. We could go out. You could take me. Where would you take me? So I don't really know whereabouts you live in America, but what sightseeing would you do? What kind of things do you think that I'd enjoy doing or seeing while I'm out there? We would love to have you. Ah, where would you take me? Because I don't really, I think I know some of the sites from, some parts of America, like the Eiffel Tower and Cathedral, Notre Dame Cathedral, and is it was it? I forget the name of the place. I don't know, but all of the Buddhist temples and the Nile. I'd like to visit those places in America, but it's just I don't know what parts of America they're in. Jade says Charleston, SC, and Oak Island. We would take you to our backyard to take you camping. Yeah, I'd like to visit your backyard. It sounds nice. I don't know about camping. Not sure about camping. Not sure about that. I mean, don't you have like snakes and crocodiles and stuff like that? Because we don't have that here. We do have snakes. In fact, my friend's got a snake downstairs. Yes, you do have crocodile. You just want to get me eaten by a crocodile. No thanks. It's one of my rules in life. Don't get eaten by crocodiles. That's just one of these, it's probably one of the only rules I have in my life, and I'm sticking to it. Jade says yes, but they're not that bad. No, yes. What do you mean they're not that bad? I just got a bad reputation. Look at my hair. You know what I did? I got the clippers, which is basically you can use them just to shave your head. I feel like they don't use it in the army, when they just shave your head all off really easily. Well, I got them, and I had enough of my hair, and I thought, that's it, I'm shaving it off. Went like that, zzz, and it just turned itself off. So the clippers aren't working, which it dragged a bunch of my hair out right from the front. I don't know what to do. And my friend, who sometimes cuts my hair, especially during this period of everything being shut down and stuff, he's away, he's not around, so I got no one. I wear a hood whenever I go out, like a hoodie, and it's okay in this weather because it's, winter and it keeps my ears warm and stuff, but blimey, honestly, it did. It almost like ripped my hair out from the sockets. The sockets? The roots, that's it, the roots. No, the sockets, the roots. And relax. So, here's my plan going forward. This is for anyone listening. I forget the podcast. For all my lovely podcast listeners and anyone listening to watching the video on YouTube, please subscribe. And I wear a weird face. I don't know what it's like for other people to see my face, especially for the first time, because I'll be honest, sometimes I go in the bathroom and I turn the light on and even it gives me a shock. Like, oh, what the hell's that? And it's just my face. It's just not really ever got used to my own face. I had a friend that had a thing, there's a special term for it. Oh yeah, it was a thief. No, it was a special term for it. And he had dysmorphia or something. You have a cute face, says Jade. Thank you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to say thank you. I mean, genuinely, because I don't feel cute. I got a little bit of a headache. I just took some headache tablets. And I don't want to let anything get in the way of what I'm doing. Does that make sense? I don't want to see that muscles. I don't want to. I want to get stuff done, and I've got a lot done today. But at the same time, I don't want to let all the work I'm doing here interfere with making new recordings. Because if I don't make new recordings, I get annoyed. I get a bit grumpy, a bit, I like making new recordings. Noise. Noise? It's a weird spelling of noise. Noice. Now that's nice. Jade, think about some of the places you'll take me. Some of the sites in your local area, because I don't really know the area. So you could educate some of the other people as well that are watching this on Facebook that have never been to where you are. So they might think, oh, that's a nice place to go. See? And I'll read them out as well, so people listening on a podcast can hear. So as I was saying, although I'm doing all this stuff with the website and trying to, get back to where I was before with the 5-hour and 10-hour recordings I had before, which I deleted. So now I'm kind of uploading new versions of those. I made 60 recordings today, and I've been trying to upload them, and I haven't got very far, if I'm honest. It's a little bit disappointing. I've just it's so much to do, but there's no point me making a new podcast, uploading it, and then uploading loads of stuff afterwards, because no one's gonna know about the podcast, because it's gonna get lost. Who says that? Happy Christmas. I've not even replied to the Christmas messages. Oh man, I'm terrible. Seriously, I'm an awful person. Okay, Marion. Hi there, hope you have a very happy, healthy New Year. Thanks, you too. So Happy New Year, Marion, if you're listening or watching this. Darby says, what time does your stream videos in Central Time in America? North, good morning, it's 8:40 a.m. now. I'm a little bit late replying to this, Darby, so I'm sorry. That was on the 26th of December. I was in bed all day at Christmas and So I am looking, Jade, at your message. The Watermelon Festival is really popular here in July. The Watermelon Festival. I love a nice melons. I love melons. Chateau, I remember back in... I was a kid, and there was this park that was near my nan and granddad's house, just not far. We used to walk through it to get to her house, really, and I used to live there as well. But I remember walking there. I don't know if I was with a friend, and I might have actually been living there at the time, so it would have been when I was 8, and it was Independence Day. And you might think, well, why are we celebrating Independence Day in England when it's our bloody country to start with? No, but what it is where I lived, and in England, there's a lot of, or there was, I don't know so much now, there was a lot of American forces based in the UK. Like hundreds of thousands, I think, at the time. And where I lived, there was a whole base there. They would like used to be around there. So a bunch of American people got together, and they had like hot dogs, burgers, and watermelon. Now I was hungry, and I didn't want to wait for the burgers to be cooked, so I had some watermelon. And I remember, even to this day, how beautiful it was, because it was July, wasn't it? I think, isn't that Independence Day is in July, I think, in America. I say in America because I imagine there's lots of countries that celebrate Independence Day, you know, for their own independence. I mean, I don't know. I mean, France probably, because they had a revolution, didn't they? They were revolting. Still are. No, they revolted. Wow. I wonder if we ever. No, I guess we don't, do we? I think mainly it's a lot of countries celebrate Independence Day because they managed to get away from us, the English, the Europeans, the nasty Europeans. Jade says we are about 30 minutes away from Charlotte, which I love so much. The city always has free things to do. Cool. Well, I'll definitely take you up on the watermelon. The watermelon festival, though. So that's something that I don't know about that watermelon festival. I mean, I could come to America, this year, if it's allowed. You know, if you know, I mean, traveling, and if it's, you know, if this whatever's going on is allows us to travel. But I'd like to come to America, and maybe even do some kind of like meet and greet or something for some of the people in America that would like to travel to meet me. Maybe even sort of rent a little venue out and do a live session. I don't know. We could do a pre-recorded session. I just like stick the recorder and just play it on the stage, but that wouldn't really be very good. We are 3 hours away from the mountains. The mountains. They are part of the Appalachian. I'm trying to pronounce that word. Jade says they are a part of the Appalachian Trail and a beautiful sight all seasons. So I guess I'm imagining, are they the kind of mountains that are beautiful? Like you can go there in the summer, but in the winter you can go skiing and stuff. Because they have that in America, don't they? Like you can actually be in the sun and then travel a few hours and then be in Alpen. Is it Alpen? I know it's a breakfast cereal, but isn't it? No, Aspen. Yeah, Aspen. And go skiing. We are 3 hours away from Myrtle Beach. From the Myrtle Beach chain? What's that? You're writing too much. I can't keep up with Jade. Yes, it's a local thing for Pageland, South Carolina. Come, please. Well, if you can sort me out a really reasonable bed and breakfast, or not bed and breakfast, like, look, you know what, I'd like to stay in a motel. You know those roadside motels that you see in all the movies and the crime films and the crime TV shows, and like where people, like, you know, there's like a 40% chance to survive in the night. I want to go somewhere like that. That interests me. I'd like to go and stay in a motel. So if you've got any motels nearby, that'd be cool. Because then you can come pick me up and take me on a journey. Take me travelling, yeah. I'd like to. I know it's an expensive thing, but I'd like to kind of travel through America. Oh, the Guest Lodge Inn. Tell me more, Jade. The Guest Lodge Inn. Diane. Hi, Diane. Hello. Hi, everybody. Diane. Isn't it weird how I've not met anyone, but there's just familiar people now that almost like I recognise the name like I would like someone that I know, if you know what I mean, like in real life. It's like, oh, even like literally there could probably be about, I'd say 100, maybe 200 people could come on here. There's only 2 at the moment, but there could be 200 people and I could recognise every single one of their names because it's always the same, not always the same people, but it's generally the same people that come back and listen to me and watch me. Jade says, not far off from my house. No, Jade, you misunderstand. I want it to be as far away from your house as possible. I'm joking. I'm going to hide. So where would David like to take me? Ask David. I keep banging. The microphones are too close to me. I need to have space because I move my arms when I talk usually. Now I'm like this. Like I have to just, I want to be able to move my hands. Jade, it's a local motel and is about $70 a night and it's creepy. 70. So that's about. I don't know why I thought it'd be cheap, but that probably is cheap. The conversion, I've got my phone conversion here actually. $70, 70. That's £52.11. So 52. So if I times by 7, wow. So it's £364 a week for 7 days. I mean, to be fair, if you're going to travel all the way to America, or, if you're going to travel like huge distance, I mean, how creepy is it? I don't know, because I've lived in some pretty dodgy places over the years, so I don't think too much is going to really freak me out. The only thing that's probably going to freak me out more than anything is, well, not really, but if I see people walking around with guns, that would be weird. I know there are places in America where you can just walk around. I've seen them on TV, on the news, like at rallies, and they've literally got these big, massive guns, and like that would be freaky because we don't have that here. I would find that weird. But other than that, oh no, haunted. No, ghosts don't scare me. No, I've met too many humans to be worried by ghosts. Jade said he would want to take you to the Waffle House in Monroe. It's a nice little American diner. Yeah, David, Waffle House. That's just up my street. Because this big fat belly needs feeding regularly. Jade says, like haunted, creepy. I know, I've been there. Ah. Yeah, things like that I don't get. Okay, I'm lying because I have been a bit freaked out in the past. William's here. Hi, William. Hello. The only thing that really probably scared me the most, I counselled in this big old building. Hi, William says, good to see you, Jack. Hi, happy Christmas, New Year, etc. I worked in this place that was really old, and when we first moved in there, I was a receptionist, but also was counselling, and one of the ladies said that she saw a ghost in there, and whenever I was there on my own, I'd hear things, and it put me off my wanking. So David is the let's eat here and there person. He will keep you fed. Oh, so David knows all the good places to eat. Ah, I'm a bit like that. If you ever came here, I know where to eat. Not that I really go out that much, but I know where there is food. I know how to get it delivered as well. Diane says, come to my house. I'm a feeder. I'm a feeder. Oh, I'm a feeder of Sunday dinners and cake. Diane, I would never leave. Apart from the fact that once I got in there, after about 4 or 5 hours, you probably couldn't fit me out the door. I'd just be stuck in there. My belly would just, you see my belly grow when I eat. Oh, I'm like a snake. You know when snakes on eat, like get this big mess. That's what I'm like. Jade says, yep. Wow, so it's Jade and Diane, so that's 2 places I'm going to be eating. I have to go on a really big diet before I go to America, because otherwise, I only get in trouble because, if I get really slim and I go there and I can get really just pig out and then come back and be the same size I was before I got really slim. There's no logic in what I just said there. Diane said, nobody leaves our house hungry, says Diane. Well, I love a nice roast dinner. I do. It's something that it's a traditional thing in this country, in my country, a roast dinner, or it used to be. I don't know. I can't be the consensus of what's fashionable or anything in this country anymore. But when I was a kid, a nice big roast dinner every Sunday was kind of the norm, and it was the best meal of the week. It really was. And we had a glass of wine as well, and I loved a nice glass of white wine when I was a kid. Ooh. Diane says, okay. Jade says, Diane, we're the same way. Deed says, good night, Uncle Jason. Good night, Auntie David. Is he going to bed already? It's only 1:22 in the morning. What time is it in America then? You're 6 hours behind, aren't you? What's that make it? 8 o'clock? 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 7 o'clock? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 7:30? Diane says, I was a chef before I got too unwell. Yeah, like, Jade, what time is it? Where are you, Jade? Oh, chef? 8:23. How old is David? 8:23. I'm trying to think, that's about a time I used to go to bed. I think I used to go to bed probably about 8 o'clock when I was, probably up to the age of about 13. I think when I got to 13, I was allowed to stay up to 9, I think. I can't remember. 10, it's about the time I used to go to bed when I was 10. Not the time I used to go to sleep. But I'd just be reading. We didn't have video games. Well, we did have video games, but not like, I didn't have a television in my room until I was, I think, 14. It was brilliant because it was black and white TV. I just want to say, Diane says she was a chef before she got too unwell. Well, it looks like you're making use of your skills though, because it's one that I think being a chef is. See, I technically, I have catering experience. I say technically because you wouldn't think it, but I went to catering college when I was 16 for a year. It was part of the scheme I was on. I was on the thing called a YTS scheme, youth training scheme. And so I was at work officially 4 days a week, 1 day a week I go to college. And it was catering, so I did it was waiting and cooking. So Jade says, you're a sous chef with no job. Are you really a sous chef? And Diane, is that pastry, isn't it? Sous. Generally, is that, I should know. I thought sous chef was pastry and cakes and And Diana says, I'm sorry I froze. Hospitality. Ah. So I did catering. So basically at the college we learned how to cook. Because I did cooking at school. So I did three or 4 years of cooking at school. So I do know my way around a kitchen, but I think it's lack of interest, if I'm honest. But I don't know. I think if I had someone to cook for, I might be more interested in it. I don't know. But it's always been me, and I have cooked for people in the past. I have. But it's, when I lived in a Buddhist center, in a Buddhist community, we used to take turns cooking. So there was like 5 of us, so it'd be like once a week I might cook. And yeah, it was I think it was a roast dinner actually, so it was okay. I remember we had one person and he did nachos with whatever you have with nachos, the crisps and cheese and stuff. I forget the name of it. And then Diane says it's difficult to get motivated when you're on your own. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know. I just got better things to do. I just want to put the food in my mouth and eat it. I don't enjoy sitting around or waiting for something to be cooked. Even microwaves are too slow for me. Because I leave it sometimes till I'm actually hungry, and I just got to have a bit of toast or something which is probably not great, but yeah, nice roast dinner. I don't know about every day. Diane says, I have a family and always loads to cook for. Yeah, I think I do like eating food, but nice food. I get a little bit fed up because I do have takeaways sometimes. There's periods when I have takeaways, usually at Christmas. Although this Christmas I have had a couple of takeaways, but not as much as normal, because what I normally do when I get a takeaway is I share it with my neighbour, and he hasn't been here. So I don't want to chuck away food, and a lot of the deals, like you get two pizzas for one, which would have been today, Tuesday. There's no point in me getting 2 pizzas because it's just me. And also I kind of, for some reason, I don't feel guilty about spending the money on a takeaway if I'm sharing it. If it's just for me, there's something just. My hair looks awful. Look at that. Oh, I can't stop. I need to get a hat. Honestly, I look like I'm just dragging it forward to hide. It looks like a wig. Anyway, I don't care. What's it matter? Look, you've all seen me with my hair bald in the past 7 years, so it's not that bad. It's probably better than it. It's not the worst it's ever been. Diane said that's lovely that you share. Thank you. I don't know. It's nice to share, but it's just good to just get. I don't know. It's nice to share. Jade says, I love cooking for people. My life situation right now currently keeps me from working, so I just cook for my dad and Deeds. So are you living with your dad at the moment? Who's living in your house at the moment, Jade? How many people you got there? I like to. Yeah, it's good because there's this place where you can get a roast dinner. It's I forget what it's called, but it's one of those places where you can just like help yourself to however much you want, and they do deliveries, and it's really good because one roast dinner is enough for 2 people. Okay, Jade, thanks for that. I'm just keeping a log of that for myself to remember. So you're when I first got this dinner, which is a cooked dinner, a roast dinner, and you got a choice of like chicken, whatever. You got a vegetarian version as well, and then you've got roast potatoes, mashed potato, big Yorkshire pudding, cauliflower and cheese, stuffing, and like peas, carrots, maybe Brussels sprouts as well, and gravy. So there's a lot of stuff there. The first time I got it, I piled it up onto the plate, and I was hungry, but I was way too hungry for the amount that was there. So I started stuffing it in my mouth, like, and I ate too much, but I couldn't give it to my friend because I'd already been eating it, so I had to chuck it away, and I chucked away all this food, and I felt bad about that. So since then, what I do is I put enough on a plate for me, and I leave the rest in the packaging, or I put it on a plate for him, whatever's easier. I prefer to leave it in the packaging. That way, he's got to chuck the packaging away himself. Saves me doing it. Plus, he can decide what he has, and so it's just there. But it's nice. But I wanted to get one on Christmas Eve. I ordered one, and what I was going to do. There's a lot of noise outside. What I was going to do is put some on a plate for Christmas Day. So I was going to have some Christmas Eve and then eat the rest Christmas Day, stick it in a microwave, put it in the fridge, and then, they didn't turn up. I'm waiting an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I think, what the hell's going on? And then I looked that the payment didn't go through because there wasn't enough money on the card to pay for it. But they didn't phone me up, didn't contact me to say, oh, the money hasn't gone through. Have you got another way of paying for it? Which I could have done. Do you take payment in kisses? I don't, I would have found another way to pay them. So I'm just sitting there, New Year's Eve, waiting. And, waiting. I was hungry, and I was, another neighbour knocked on the door and was talking to me, so I lost track of time. And by the time that it was too late to, but I ended up getting a pizza instead. But luckily, it was past the time of getting a pizza, but they allowed it, so it's 9:15, and they said, yeah, I just have to see if we've got a delivery driver, and they did, so it's okay. Okay, well, I've missed out a few messages there. Jade says, I'm caretaking for them both. Alright, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. Okay. So, yeah, it's, if your dad's watching, hi, Dad. Yeah, what was this? Yeah, so that was what happened Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, I basically, again, they wouldn't give me, I didn't want 2 pizzas because it's just me. And they said, well, that's a special offer we do, the 2 pizzas. If you just have 1 pizza, it's going to be more expensive. Like, how the hell does that work out that way? More expensive if you have 1 pizza than it is if you have 2. So I ended up having a large pizza with some cookies. Oh, I want that now. I want them cookies. Cookies are the best part. And then I ended up eating it on Christmas Day as well. So I stuck like half of it in the fridge, and that's what I had Christmas Day. Cold pizza. Yeah, groovy. Yo, isn't it nice? So I got another one. Diane, Jade, I love cookies. Yeah, I love cookies. Oh yeah. Oh. I do. They're nice, especially when they're warm. The ones from, because this is Domino's pizza. The warm cookies. But they don't stay warm long. But oh yeah, I could really do one now, or one or two, or five. Anyway, how long have I been talking? 50 minutes. Wow. I'm trying to look over there. Got all this stuff going. There's not much background sound though, is there? Apart from in the garden, there was a bit of stuff, but they've gone in. I just sometimes think, am I making too much noise, you know? But I don't think I am I? I'm talking fairly quiet. I hope so, anyway. Jade, let's eat some cookies. Yeah, we can find a way. Yeah. They're easy to make 20 seconds in a microwave, really? You know what? I don't utilise my microwave enough. Yeah, the only two things I use it for is I heat up the milk in the morning for my ready break. If you don't have ready break where you are, it's like a porridge, like a quick porridge. And the other thing is to heat up beans, baked beans. That's it. Oh yeah, and to cook like a microwave meal. So those are three things. When I bought the microwave, because I've basically been without a microwave since 2004, let's say 2005, until, I don't know, a couple of years ago, last year, the year before. So 5, 15, 20, so a good like 17, 18 years without a microwave. And I remember everything I got from the supermarket was microwavable. I was getting pizzas, hot dogs, burgers, ice cubes, you name it. It was just constant. Potatoes, jacket potatoes, stuff like that, that take 10 minutes. I was just non-stop. Everything was microwavable, like specifically for the microwave. And I should have done that for Christmas, really. The only thing is, I got a delivery the week before Christmas, and then I went to make and it wasn't for Christmas. That was enough to get me through till Christmas. And then I went to make another delivery, to book another delivery, home delivery. No slots, completely full. So I was basically just getting by on what I already had in the fridge and in the cupboards. And then I managed to get a delivery on Monday after Christmas. So it was that 25th, 27th of December. And even then, it was a small delivery because I didn't really have the cash to get a big delivery. So I spent like 40 quid or something like that. Just basics. And they still didn't give me any milk, which was like the most basic of basics that I could ever order. I mean, milk. But they didn't have any milk. So I don't know what was going on there. Because normally I get the long life, I forget what it's called, but it's a certain milk that lasts a lot longer than some of the other milk. I guess it just isn't fresh, but it's nice. Cravendale, it's called. Yeah, Cravendale. It's very nice. It's very tasty. So I can buy it and it lasts a couple of weeks as long as you don't open it. Cravendale, yeah. My favourite is Parmalat. Jade says we don't have that here, I don't think. Parmalat. It sounds like cheese. Is it like a cheesy milk? Hello, just Parmesan, Parmalat. Mind you, I did there are quite a few things in America that are exactly the same as what we have here, but they've got a different name. One of those, oh, what is it? Is it Mars bar? Do you have a Mars bars? Or are they called something different? See, we did that with the Snicker bar. It used to be called Marathon. And then, for some reason, this is about 30 years ago or whatever, or 25 years ago, they decided to change it to Snickers, the same as it is in America. And I refused to call it that for many years. Marathon. Did it used to be called Marathon in America or anywhere else? Jade says it's a shelf-stable milk, a lot like Craven. Oh, cool. Diane says Marathon. Jade says, no, we have Snickers and Twix. Yeah, they're called Snickers now. They have been for a long time. Twix, yeah. Twix are weird. They keep coming out with different versions of it. You know, like different new types of Snickers. Not new types of Twix, rather. What's that all about, eh? So anyway, oh yeah, my website, so that's coming along good. It will be so full of stuff, it's amazing. It's going to take ages to do it, but it will be done. It's just non-stop. So I'm thinking what I'm going to be doing, even if I don't do like lots of live broadcasts or anything. My plan is when I do a sleep whisper hypnosis recording or relax and sleep hypnosis daily, or bedtime story time, or boring story, or whatever, or let me bore you to sleep even, I'm going to film it and put it onto YouTube, as well as make the podcast. That's my plan, even if I don't do sort of regular live stuff. I don't know about the regular live stuff, I don't know. Jade says, I just stick with regular Baker's dark chocolate bars. We don't have those, I don't think. Baker's dark chocolate bars. Jade says, bedtime stories. I think. I went through a little period when I really liked dark chocolate. You know, like proper 80, 90% chocolate. And then I really went off it. It was too much. It was a bit too bitter. There was one I quite liked, and it had peppers, I think, mixed in with it. And it was spicy, and it was a bit hot, and it was brilliant, really nice mixture. But I think as far as chocolate goes, Maltesers still can't beat Maltesers. Don't have them that often, but Maltesers and the crunchy bar. So I guess it's that honeycomb thing that I like. I like minstrels as well, which are, I don't know if you have them. For me, minstrels, Maltesers, they kind of they go together, although completely different. But they just, I class them in the same category. They're basically in a category of things that I love. Diane says, I remember my first time I heard you was on a YouTube video 20 years ago. Like it was, she didn't say that. 20 minutes sleep challenge. Might as well be 20 years ago. That was 2011 I did that. Jade says, going to have to try that now, Maltesers. Oh yeah. You know what, Diane, that 20 minutes sleep challenge, try and stay awake, that was when I was on YouTube at the time, predominantly. I still was doing podcasts. I've always have since 2007. But that YouTube was my first viral video. I know it wasn't viral as such, in a way of getting millions, but it was my first really popular video that suddenly I was getting thousands of views. And I think that video kind of turned my YouTube channel around, and I got a lot more people watching it. And even now, people still watch that video on YouTube. It's always been the most popular video that I've ever done, which is weird. I don't know why, but it just has. I clearly did something right on that video. Diane says it was fantastic. Thank you. Oh, it still gets watched too. Yeah, says Jed. It does. People still watch it. Not my YouTube channel is very, very small now compared to how it used to be. Used to be, like I said, I've got a different channel to what I used to have, but I had a YouTube channel, and it was growing. So if I'd have just not done what I did and deleted everything, which is what I did in about 2013, 8 years on, I would have had, I imagine my channel would be pretty, I'd be able to earn a living from it by now. I reckon it would have been, because I was making about £180 a month from my videos, and I was getting 45,000 views a month. Now, to me, 45,000 was huge. I know it's tiny compared to a lot of other channels and that, but it was growing. It was really growing, and every day I was getting more and more subscribers, and every video was getting more views. It's really, really big, really growing at an exponential rate. And Diane says everything kept vanishing. Yeah, I did. I deleted everything. I had a habit of doing that. I don't do that anymore. Although I have deleted a load of stuff, but it's because I had to. It wasn't because I wanted to. But I think it was weird because the YouTube channel was going so well, and I almost did a little gamble, and I don't know, just wasn't right in the head at the time, and I just deleted it all, and I lost it. Lost all of the videos, apart from those that I had backups, on my laptop. But there you go. That's what it is. I won't be doing that again, and that's partly why I haven't really put much interest or much energy into my YouTube channel. I mean, I have uploaded. I've got 594 subscribers, which is tiny. Oh, Diana, you have bipolar, yeah. So you understand. I can't really explain it, if I'm honest. I can't really explain. It was self-sabotage, I think, is definitely a good. I've discussed it with my therapist in depth for quite a while. That self-sabotage thing that I had going on, but now it's harder to do that because of the audience. Because my audience is so much larger now than it used to be, with the podcasts and their, I mean, this month, without getting into all the statistics and stuff, but current month I've had 761,000 downloads of my podcasts. So it's practically impossible to chuck that away. I think if I'd have had those kind of numbers on my YouTube channel, I wouldn't have been able to. I don't think I could have even deleted it. It would have been, because it would have been. It was a lot easier when I think I had like 3,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Apparently, that's what I've been told. People told me. I don't remember. And 500,000 plays up to that point, and then I deleted it. But if I'd have had, like millions and millions and millions of plays, I probably wouldn't have got rid of it. It's hard to say, isn't it? Who knows? I mean, it might have not made any difference. But on my YouTube channel now, I've got 594 subscribers. So it's a tiny amount. And I get 1,000 plays a month. Diane says you need to value your own worth. Yeah, thanks. I think I'm a lot better these days, and I've had a lot of feedback about my podcasts, and it's a bit like moviegoers or people people vote with their feet or with their bums. If people come to see a play and they sit down on the seats, that's them voting. You might never get any feedback from them, but if people keep coming back and sitting down, and people keep coming, then that in itself is kind of shows that whoever's doing the play is doing something right. And for all the mistakes I make and will make and have made and stuff, I must be doing something right to have people keep coming back and listening. Some people have been listening to me for years. Well, I mean, some bloke said he'd been listening to me since about 2007, and he's still listening. It's like, wow. We were both young men back then. And I was 35 years old when I started doing this. I'm now nearly 52. Well, no, I'm 51. I'll be 52 in the end of August. It's a long way away, isn't it? 20% left, so I'll have to bring this to a close in a minute. I've got a lot of stuff though on the videos. So if I go to monetization, just so it tells me how many videos I've got. No, it doesn't. Oh, I thought it would do. See, 3,630 watch hours. I need 4,000 to be able to monetize. I need 1,000 subscribers to monetize. I'm not bothered about monetizing. It's just but I thought normally says how many videos I have, but it doesn't have that there. Settings. Oh. Alright, okay. I've got thousands. I've uploaded all of the podcast episodes. So you can just share them from my podcast. So I've got every episode of my podcast, apart from the ones with music, on my YouTube channel. So, and they're all in playlists as well. So I've got playlists for 781 episodes of Let Me Bore You to Sleep, 149 of the Relax and Sleep Hypnosis Daily. I've got 7 Jason Chats vlogs, 368 Deep Sleep Whispers, 25 Boring Objects, 26 Bedtime Stories, 40 Stress and Pain Relief ones, 30 Hypnotic Buffet, 46 Pain Relief, Chronic Pain Relief. So yeah, I've got quite a few on there. Okay, maybe not thousands. Just that was an exaggeration, wasn't it? But over 1,000 anyway. 781, 1,000. Yeah, 200, 300. Probably about 1,500 recordings. Once I start uploading new content and videos, I think the YouTube channel will start to grow. That's what I think. I think it will just automatically because for some people want to see a video on YouTube, just a static page with my voice isn't really what YouTube is for. Even though for me, it's the sound probably is a lot better on the podcast than it is on. Although there's probably not a lot of difference really now. Thanks, Diane. This is amazing. Probably not a lot of difference now because I'm using a really good microphone for the videos as well. So it's not a huge difference, providing there's no background sound and there's not really there's no hissing or anything like that. So, I should be alright even to do a whisper recording. Do a whisper recording. Does it sound okay? Whisper. Yeah. And once I'm up to date with everything and the website's up to date and everything's kind of where I want it to be, I'm probably going to be making probably at least 4 new videos a day, 4 new podcast episodes a day. That's the plan. I just have to get up to date with everything, because that having to delete the long recordings of music was a real. It tripped me up a bit. That was the 1st of December. Diane says, "Don't overdo things." Thanks. Sometimes I do overdo things. I go on and like last night and today. Probably why I had a bit of a headache. It's kind of gone now, but I was fully just wouldn't give up. I had to keep going because I need to get this stuff done, because it's in the way of. I'd much rather be reading a book on hypnosis or give myself new ideas to be more creative than to just be editing and uploading old stuff, or just so it's back to where it needs to be, so everything's back to sort of normal. I'd rather create new recordings, so the quicker I get all this finished, the sooner I can just get back to producing new recordings. This kind of where I'm at. So I just want to get it over and done with. I was hoping to have it all done by the end of the year, which it won't be because it's the 28th today. Well, 29th, I guess. Do things for leisure, not because you have to, says Diane. This isn't a leisure thing for me, though. This is a job, if you know what I mean. Not to earn money, but this is, I guess, the most important thing that I do. It's not leisurely. I suppose it can be a bit more leisurely than I do it. There's no reason why I have to get things done right now, but I suppose I'm trying to free myself so then I can be more creative and think of new things to do. I want to do some stop smoking recordings very soon, like regular ones there. Maybe some weight loss recordings. I have to hide my belly when I do those ones. But I won't overwhelm myself, Diane. I will. I'm quite good at relaxing, which is quite good considering I do, relaxation sessions. I can sit down on there and on a chair, just listening to the radio or listening to some music, or sometimes just listening to nothing. Just, maybe listening to the weather outside. And I really just relax completely. And it does rejuvenate me. So I'm quite good with that. I'm able to go to sleep quite easily as well, so I'll have a little nap. Diane says, I'll need the weight loss ones if I come to your house. Yeah. I don't know. I always had this issue with like, can I really make a weight loss video unless I'm slim? Now I know I've seen hypnotists teach this stuff, and they've got, they're big people. And I've seen a few hypnotists that teach weight loss, and I was like, to me that would be like smoking a cigarette and doing stop smoking session with someone, but puffing away on a cigarette. I know it's not the same thing, but to me that would be a little bit like that. But then you know what? Does it really matter, I guess? Because if you're listening on a podcast, you can't see me anyway. And if I do a video, I can do it from my neck up, just show my head. Because I haven't really got, I've got a bit of a fat face, I know, but the weird thing about it, right, with a pie, Diane says I can have a pie in my hand while I was doing the video. Now, that's funny. Just have a big plate of food. Now you need to control your eating. You have to control your urge. That'd be fun. You know what? I might do that for a laugh. I might actually make a recording and just have me eating during the recording. I did 2 versions of the nail biting hypnosis recording, and both versions are funny. This is one of my little jewels that are kind of hidden. You have to search for them. I don't know where they are. But one, I remember I did a video and the video's gone, but I've still got the audio. So I lost the video long ago. But I literally was laughing. I had to keep holding in the laughter because the stuff I was saying was so outrageous at times. But it was, I know someone that listened to that recording and they'd been biting their nails for the whole life pretty much, and they stopped after that. So, I might have to do an updated version of that. It's just, all it is really just being creative and just adding a little bit more juice, a little bit more oomph to it. But it's very fun. It's hard. It's okay, really. If you're making a video, it's harder if you start laughing. Of course, you can edit it, but with a podcast, it's so easy to edit stuff out. So if I'm doing a recording and I start laughing, sometimes I'll leave it in, but not if it's like a hypnosis session. If it's a let me bore you to sleep one, or if it's even perhaps boring objects one, or bedtime story times one, where it's a little bit looser, if I start laughing, I might leave it in. But if it's a deep sleep whisper, and I'm like whispering and trying to get someone to relax and fall asleep, and then I say something silly that tickles me, and I just keep thinking about it, and then I end up laughing. It's a little bit disruptive, I guess, which is why I would edit that out. But I'm going to lose this whole video if I don't stop in a minute, because there's about 5% left on the battery, so I need to finish and upload it, otherwise I'll lose it, because it's a live stream, you see, so it has to be, it's not saved on my phone, it has to be saved on Facebook, and then I'll download it again and put it onto YouTube. So I'm going to go 79 minutes, so 60, 70, 80, 60, 70, so it's an hour and 20 minutes. So that's okay, isn't it? Thank you, Diane, and I don't know where, get some rest, thank you. Jade's disappeared, so I think she's gone. Where are you? And I will see everyone. Thank you for listening. There's only been a few people today. Last time there was a few more, But it's okay. It's just really lovely to have anyone listen. There was a time when I'd come on here and I'd be waiting and no one would come on, but now always at least a few people do come and say hello, which is nice. So Nanai, thank you, and that's it. So thank you for listening, everyone on the podcast. Thank you for watching, everyone on the live stream. Take care. Remember to be kind to yourself because you deserve to be happy. Lots of love. Bye.